All right, good Thursday morning, everyone. Thanks for stopping by for a quick check of your forecast. Hope you guys are doing well today. We are in the 12th day of January. It's going to be a lot quieter today than it was yesterday. Friday the 13th coming up tomorrow. Looks like our forecast, weather-wise, pretty lucky though. We'll get to that in a second. Talk about your next potential weather maker in this forecast as well. But we are recapping real quick kind of the conditions we had yesterday. This is a time lapse of our Lake Meredith sky cam. You can see all the dust really just inundating the area when that front started to roll through. Visibility dropping below a mile at times with all that dust blowing around. The good news is all of that wind has really started to subside, but it was a hectic day yesterday. There is some good news though. We didn't have any significant wildfires yesterday. There were a couple of small fires that popped up, but they were able to be contained very quickly. So kudos to you guys. Everyone deserves a pat on the back. We had a high wind gust of 67 miles per hour here in Amarillo, which was the highest in the surrounding area here for the whole region. That includes New Mexico, Lubbock's viewing area, our viewing area. And then we had some winds gusting between 60 and 65 for several other locations like Paladuro Reservoir, Goodwell, Silverton, Turkey, Borger, Pampa, Hereford, Bushland, you name it. Everyone was windy yesterday. So again, good thing that we didn't have a whole lot of fire activity yesterday. That storm system now starting to get closer to the Ohio River Valley. They've got a nice train of showers and storms moving through the southeast U.S. Lots of snow packed in behind it, very quick hitting batch of snow there moving through Missouri this morning. John, Shelley, David, thanks for tuning in this morning. Our temperatures are just above freezing in the eastern half of the panhandles. The rest of us have tumbled below freezing, 32 in Clovis, 30 in Vega, 28 in Dalhart, 23 real cold up there in Boise City, and winds much calmer today again than they were yesterday. Right now, still sustained at about 20 miles per hour here in Amarillo. We will see the wind die down as we go further into the afternoon, but it does feel like it's in the teens and 20s out there. So just make sure you take that jacket with you if you plan on going outside. Hey, Lori, thanks for tuning in. Good morning to you as well. For your dog walk forecast, seasonal weather today may be cold enough you want the jacket. We'll have a high of about 50 here in Amarillo. Several others climbing a little bit higher into the low 50s like Clovis, Guyman, Hereford, and Dalhart. And then a couple of high 40s mixed in as well. We got Sam up here in your dog walk forecast. Really should be pretty benign weather today and tomorrow. So if you want to get outside, that'll be probably your best chance to do that. Just to kind of get some of those chores done outdoors. That ridge of high pressure continues to just skirt across the region today. Once it moves to our southeast, we see the south and southwest winds return tomorrow. But again, we don't have a real trough setting up tomorrow, so winds generally will be still light, around 10 to 15 miles per hour, and then getting stronger as that trough continues to build over towards east New Mexico and southeast Colorado. So the weekend, probably a little breezy. We get windy next week, and that has a lot to do with our next potential weather maker. This is another upper level low going to dig into the desert southwest. That system doesn't look to be very cold. There's not a lot of cold air embedded in it. At least that's not what we're seeing right now on model guidance. It does look like it's going to be a potent system dynamically, though. So that could bring in some inclement weather for us in terms of stronger winds. And unfortunately, if we end up getting dry slotted, that may mean more weather like what we had yesterday rather than precipitation. But this system is going to develop and strengthen once it moves into the plains. The exact location, though, is still kind of that muddy water area. So this is kind of what we're watching, where the exact track of that's going to go. There is a very low chance for precipitation. Again, this is not a very cold system, so if we do see the precip, it's very likely to be liquid rain. More snow up towards probably Nebraska, northeast Colorado, maybe northwest Kansas. If that system digs far enough south, we might be able to pull in enough cold air, but right now that looks like an unlikely solution at this point in time. Your 6 to 10 day temperature outlook in general, probably at or just above average. It's been a very warm first couple of days of 2023 for us. You can see the dark blue though, back over the desert southwest, Southern California, Las Vegas, Phoenix, Tucson. That's indicative of a semi-persistent upper level trough that's going to develop in the western U.S. over about a 2-week period. Now that would put us in the downstream portion of that, which tends to be favorable for storm systems to develop on the lee side of the Rockies and the Sangre de Cristos mountain ranges in the front range there. So that could bring in some windy days for us if those systems pass to our north, if they dig far enough south. that could bring in some precipitation. Right now, the Climate Prediction Center giving us a 40% chance at above average moisture between the 17th and the 21st. So that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's heading into the second half of next week and the following weekend. So there's two systems in particular we've got to watch. That first one on Wednesday, and then another one coming through over the weekend. But again, temperature-wise, been a hot start to the year. We were 21 degrees above normal on Sunday. Yesterday, we were about 12 degrees warmer than average and 20 degrees warmer on Tuesday when we had a high of 73. So that brings our average departure for temperatures about 9 degrees warmer than normal, which is a very hot start to the year. We've only had a trace amount of moisture, so I'd love to see some more active weather come through to help bring some precipitation back into the high plains. We're even dry for us. Normally, we'd have about a quarter inch of moisture so far through January. Haven't really had much of anything. Here's your highs for today. Again, a little seasonal, a little colder than we were yesterday. Lots of 50s out there. Lows tonight will be cold. Again, the winds are going to be calm, clear skies, perfect recipe for radiational cooling, meaning most of us tumble to the 20s by tomorrow morning, and then we get the south wind to return. Helps us warm to the 50s and 60s for your Friday the 13th forecast, which pretty lucky for us. Winds will be light, temperatures mild. If you want to go outside, tomorrow's a good chance to do that. Just don't go walking under any ladders. Here's your Saturday, Sunday, Monday through Wednesday forecast. A lot more wind in that time frame, sustained at least at 15, probably more closer to 20 to 30 on most afternoons. Right now, took the rain chance out of Monday. Looks like it's a minor disturbance, probably just going to bring some cloud cover into the region Sunday evening. Monday morning, that's kicking out of the region. A lot more sunshine that afternoon. More clouds build in the middle of next week. 10 and 20% chance for liquid rain right now. It's not a good chance. Better chance we stay dry, but there is that chance there. So it's something to at least watch closely. Hey Sharon, thanks for tuning in. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day today. It's a little seasonal out there, still a little breezy, so take your coat with you. But again, if you want to go outside, make sure you do that tomorrow. Should be a pretty nice day for it.